Camera number 231 of 365 is this 35mm Yashica FX103 program, and as the name suggests, it does have a couple of programs, and as a consequence it does require batteries to operate. So let's just go ahead and put some batteries in the base of the camera first of all. The camera takes two LR44 batteries, which are housed in this cradle, with the positives going into the camera, and then we just screw the lid back on. While we're on the base, you'll notice there's a tripod mount, and where my thumbs are, there's provision to fit a motor wind. I don't think that's gone on. Let's just check it's working. Yep, it's working, good. I have noticed, the reason I checked it was that I noticed I tried a couple of LR44 batteries that weren't quite up to power, and the camera refused to work. So just note to user, you have to be careful with those batteries. So it takes the Contax Yashica mount lens, manual focus camera. So we take the lens off by pressing the lens release, and the lining of the camera, as is true of a lot of the cameras of this particular age, went very sticky, so I had to scrape it off and replace it with my own. I'm quite pleased with that. Not perfect, but certainly does the job. And then we have a self-timer on where my thumbs are there. And pretty much that's it on the front. So let's just put the lens back on by lining up the dots. So looking at the top of the camera, we have the film advance and counter, and then we go through a couple of programs. There's program mode, which is basically point and shoot. Then we have high program, where the camera will choose higher shutter speeds if it can, and then we can go into aperture priority or manual by going one further. With manual you do get metered manual mode. I don't know that you can see, but on the right hand side through the viewfinder there's a series of LEDs that light up against the shutter speed. We have a port here for a self-timer, or cable release rather, it's a cable release, beg your pardon. And then we have our film memo, and then a little button that allows us to choose our film speed. So we have to press that in, and then we choose our film speed that then calibrates the light meter. But then we can choose exposure compensation in the form of moving our film. So we just change the film speed effectively, don't we? Okay, that's pretty much it. To put our film in and out of our camera, we lift off the rewind, and then we can see that I haven't quite done as good a job as I thought. The seal isn't quite as good, so I'll have to redo that perhaps, but looking at the negatives, they seems to have done the job at that particular time. Okay, so that's it for the Yashica FX103 program. Very nice, particularly predominantly plastic, but very nice experience. And so that has been camera number 231 of 365.